Hola a todos, soy de y aquí volvemos a la carga con Beyond Blue. Vamos a darle chicha. No me acuerdo por dónde estábamos. Vale, teníamos que escuchar cosas, creo. A ver, diría que sí. Venga, no sé si esta música tendrá copy, pero bueno, que aquí nos podemos ir olvidando de todo un poco. Vale, ¿ya hemos llamado a Irina? Creo que sí, ¿no? A ver qué nos dice André.
Right. Sorry to miss the post-diet brief. I've been listening to our humpback recordings for hours and got myself in a kind of funk.
¿Por qué?
Actually, I started listening to the humpbacks and then switched to Miles Davis. Anyway, I don't see any clear sign that our playback influenced any of the other whales yet, but I just know we're on the right track. I'm sorry to be in such a mood. Don't know what to make of those turtles or what's going on with our sperm whale family. Right. Catch you in a bit.
Vale, pues vamos a salir. Nos han desbloqueado una canción. Venga, vamos a hacer inmersión. Me he pasado los últimos 5 días haciendo una serie interminable de pruebas de profundidad al traje de buceo profundo de André. Supongo que no quiere que implosione en mitad de la transmisión en directo, aunque espero que sea a prueba de calamares gigantes. El dron de topografía encontró un lago de salmuera cerca de donde ha estado cazando la familia de Andrea, antes de que se perdiera, claro. Preparada para la perdición, digo, para la inmersión. Vamos. Dios, ¿y esto qué es? Si esto parece el espacio. ¿Qué es esto? Dios.
Midnight zone, no light from the surface steep. Tonight, we're using Andre's lure drone to mimic the Atolla jellyfish to lure large
Qué pez más guapo,
predators
¿no?
like the giant squid.
It's certainly not all my tech. I'm building on years of prior research.
Don't forget our mission to the brine
Madre mía.
pools.
Oh yes, Irina will fill you in on that later.
Vamos a andar rápido. Vea el pescado más guapo, ¿eh? ¿Esto qué es? Pez linterna. Voy a ir así por si nos soltamos algo. Flipa tulipa, ¿no? Esto es el Ártico, creo, ¿no? Aquí tiene que hacer un frío. Otro globo de mar. Es que tú fíjate. Esto es feo, pero feo de cojones, ¿eh? ¿Y eso cómo come? Madre mía, qué pescado más feo, loco. Vale, peces linterna, un globo de mar. Vamos a andar para allí. Otro pescado de estos guapos. Es que, tío, son súper feos, tío. Son súper feos. Pez duende, este es nuevo.
Okay, Andre, how do I find the lure drone?
Activa la cámara del cebo. Mira el pez duende. ¿Y eso? Ah, bueno, aquí podríamos cambiar también las cámaras. Vale, le damos al globo de mar. Venga, vamos para aquí.
Andre, have you done this before?
I haven't, but others have.
Cámara
How
en
long until
directo.
we can expect the lure to attract a predator?
It's hard to say. It's a
¿Y eso qué es?
ocean. But if you lose patience,
Medusa corona.
real Atolla jellyfish. I have a feedback system set up to improve the lure as you scan them.
Of course you do. For those watching, we will be scanning these Atolla jellyfish to make sure Andre's lure matches the real thing.
It does.
Ah, vale, que tengo que hacer
It
esto.
can always be refined.
Not much confidence in humanity, but plenty in himself. Got the jellyfish scans, though Andre doesn't need them.
Qué fea es esta medusa, ¿no?
They should improve the lure. I would not waste your time.
getting a few impolite comments on the screen pointing out that giant squid don't feed on Atolla jellyfish.
They're right. Actually, the Atolla puts on this light show when under attack, in order to lure creatures big enough to eat their attacker. Might have some useful human applications.
I think we need more Atolla scans to approve the lure.
Probando el cebo, a ver, a ver, a ver. Cámara en directo, ¿y yo aquí qué tengo que hacer? Vale, tenemos que mandar más de esto, entiendo. Esto está aquí dentro.
Okay. Whose idea was it to live stream this particular dive? I am glad I can't see the comments.
I would agree. My grandmother.
Vale, ahora ya lo tenemos, ¿no?
I'm not going to try my
Vale, no, tengo que pillar más.
live stream, but loosely translated, it means if you get bored waiting for a giant squid.
Cámara en directo, ¿y qué veremos aquí?
That's a pretty specific saying.
Me estoy quedando todo loco, ¿sabes? Con eso. Tengo que pillar como más.
Most likely a sign that they have detected predators in the region that threaten them.
Vale, aún creo que no está. Ah, sí, 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 sí. Mira, 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 mira. ¡Hola!
That gave me a chill. I know how much you enjoyed that, but do you mind if we check out the brine pool before we check on our whale cam?
If you insist. You got what you wanted. This is my giant squid.
Is that another one of your grandmother's sayings?
No, but she often used this one.
Acabo de flipar, ¿eh?
And collect my specimens for me.
Vale, aquí tenemos todas en esto.
Expressive language.
Vamos a pillarlas todas, ya que
It's
estamos.
not giant squid, but I promise you, you won't have to wait to find it.
Flipa tu lipa, ¿no? ¡Ah! ¡Qué susto me acabo de llevar! Uf. Me acabo de acojonar. Me falta una, creo. ¿Estará por el camino o qué? ¿Qué es eso? Vale, un pez de estos. Me falta una, tío. Qué susto me he pegado con el calamar ese, ¿eh? Vale, esto no puede ser. Estos son peces normalillos. Me faltaría una medusa, ¿eh? Bueno, vamos tirando para allí. Qué susto me he pegado. Mira, aquí hay un montón de bichos más. ¿Qué es eso? Se ha visto una sombra rara, tío. Estoy acojonado, ¿eh?
At long last, welcome to the brine pool. I know it's really a salt lake under the ocean, but it looks more like a witch's brew. I have been teasing Arena, but a brine pool is a diverse
Vale, tenemos que coger muestras de aquí.
ocean. It has its own ecosystem.
And each one is unique. So that means the microbiology is unique and could hold groundbreaking solutions to human problems.
Esto debe ser la escanea mixinos, ¿no?
I take new samples into a lab here on this ship. It's this magical
Ah, no, de lo mismo.
discovery moment.
Hostia, tío, veo cosas caer y me estoy pegando un susto.
I fund my own research so I can pursue what I know to be important. And people ask me, how much money are you going to spend to collect some bacteria at the bottom of the ocean? If these bacteria hold the cure for a disease that
Estoy
relieves
acojonado.
even just a small amount of human suffering, how do you put a price on that?
That is some giant squid.
Vale, ¿dónde tengo que pillar muestras? Mira, de aquí. Oh, un mixi... Ah, mira, un mixino. Qué miedo tengo, tío. Estoy acojonado. Mira que hay ostras, tío. Ostras o almejas, o no sé qué mierda es esto. Vale, aquí tengo los mixinos. ¿Y dónde saco más mierda de esa?
Mirai, pushing you a waypoint.
Sperm whales are back on the hunt.
Look for the drones. They will seek out the sound of the sperm whales and then idle nearby.
Vale, ya está
We hope
entonces.
that today
Vale, vamos para allí.
Andre's tech will make it possible to document how a sperm whale hunts
¿Cómo
the
caza un
giant
cachalote
squid.
a un calamar gigante? ¡Wow! Vamos a ver cómo lo caza. Estoy flipando, ¿eh? En este capítulo estoy flipando. No sé un carajo, ¿eh? Yo no me metía en un sitio así, os lo aseguro. Vale, ¿otra cámara de estas de en directo o qué? Vale, los cachalotes.
Let's
Otro
go
cachalote.
tag some sperm
Vale.
whales so we can eavesdrop on their hunting.
One of our viewers wants to know if there is a problem with the link. since
Vamos a
the
estos que están más
whales
cerca.
keep appearing and disappearing.
No problem. The drones are in stealth mode, so they will only track the whales by sound.
I better swim fast. We'll keep good watch over you.
¿What? ¿Tengo que ir entonces para allí? La caza del calamar gigante. Mira, 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 mira. ¡Bumba!
Oh,
¡Ñam! Inmersión profunda. Vale, ¿y
what
aquí
just
qué?
happened?
¿Qué acaba de pasar?
I think
Pues no lo
the
sé.
squid knocked the camera right off.
I had that camera feed in full screen on my visor, and for a second, I thought it was lights out for me.
Sounds like a good time for the sub to pick you up. Live stream out.
Vale, nos recoge ya el submarino, ¿eh? Aquí tendremos que volver, por eso. Visión, vamos a darle. Ah, mira, tenemos dos nuevas. Con la ayuda de mis amigos. Vamos a darle.
These animals travel thousands of kilometers, navigating open oceans that have no physical landmarks. They have that innate ability to find their way. They're only sharing our beach for a short point in time, but they need protection because man has brought an ancient species to near extinction. I got involved at a time when hostilities were very real. People came with guns and machetes
¿Qué
to
dices?
poach a turtle. We would protect these animals at all costs. Because on the high tides, when the tide comes up, this area here will be flooded, right? So when the sea turtle lays her egg, the nest requires a constant temperature. And if we recognize that this nest is in a real bad spot, we choose a spot further inland on the beach that's stable, and then we would evaluate if the eggs were able to hatch because of us moving them. And in both cases, we're always right.
O sea, que salgan los
So as the
huevos.
villagers began to benefit from the tourism that turtle conservation was creating, they saw that the turtle was worth more to them alive than dead. The children really love sea turtles. We educate them, but we involve them. And by so doing, we get them to a level of interest where they want to become actively involved. When we first started this conservation work, we would encounter at the height of the nesting season 30, 40 turtles. Now we encounter over 500.
Oh.
That's significant.
Qué pequeñitas. Mira, mira, mira.
Some people argue, well, that's nature. Leave them. Why protect them? But remember, humans have to intervene sometimes to help nature keep existing.
Hombre, ya que nos la cargamos, que menos que ayudarla, ¿no? También. Yo Creo escuchar o haber visto que cuando nacen las tortugas o cuando van a parir, la gente va a las playas y se pone a verlo, o cuando nacen o cuando de esto. Poco feo. El sonido lo es todo. Vamos a ver esta.
Sound to whales is everything. It's their hands. These are animals with the biggest brain on Earth and the most powerful sonic apparatus. They spend a lot of their time deep down. They're diving for an hour at a time in darkness. Just like a submarine is echolocating, they ping a signal out and then they wait for that signal to bounce off something and come back as the signal, and from that information they could get an idea of what's there. They constantly click, and that click sometimes can be really loud, and you can feel it in your body. It's like going to a DJ and feeling that bass.
Es como
Once
escuchar
I
un
had an
DJ.
experience with a sperm whale.
Ahí DJ Guetta,
my
¿sabes?
ears almost like bounced back. It's really an amazing feeling, you know. You don't develop a huge, complicated brain if you're not using it. Whales have little channels of communicating where they could talk to each other hundreds of kilometers away using sound.
Sperm whales make clicks in sort of rhythmic patterns that we call codas. Any family might have 20 to 25 different coda patterns that they use when they're having conversations with each other. And some of them are unique to different places in the world. In the Eastern Caribbean, they make a lot of what we call a 1 + 1 + 3. That sounds kind of like this. And that's only ever been recorded in the Caribbean. And it's been identical for the last 35 years.
Flipa.
These are really different ways of life that are being labeled by these coda patterns. In the same way that human language is kind of a shorthand for where you come from. You can make a lot of missteps when traveling simply by speaking incorrectly or introducing yourself differently. Do you hug? Do you shake hands? Do you bow? And a growing concern has to do with the noise that we're putting into the ocean. Everything we do impacts everything they're doing.
Claro,
The
si
sound is
escuchan
causing
tan
high
lejos.
levels of stress in animals like this. No one wants to live at a rock concert. You can imagine trying to have your home inside an arena while some metal band is playing. And that's increasingly what the ocean feels like.
Claro, con los barcos y todo, es que realmente no lo pensamos, ¿eh? Una simple tontería así, con todos los barcos y tal, y la estamos liando que te cagas. Esto parece el puto espacio, ¿eh? Venga, vamos a ver qué nos dicen. Mira, mira la medusa esa. Me ha faltado una, creo, ¿eh? Vale, vamos a hablar con Irina.
It's Irina. Since there's no dive today, I'm going to lose myself in the wet lab to work on those samples you sent up from the brine pool.
¿Pero qué he conseguido?
Have you listened to my daughter's track? Interesting, right?
No, no lo he escuchado, que me salta el copy.
Marai, remember the tag we found on the turtles? I put it out on the network and I got the strangest message back. I'm going to take a tender to a small island nearby and check it out. I'll explain everything later. Still no mapping drone, by the way.
Se hemos perdido el dron ese, ¿eh?
Hey, it's me. Nana didn't qualify for the study. Doctor says we missed the window. Whatever that means. Hard to tell what she remembers now. It's tough.
Pobrecilla la
I'm sure my
abuela.
head's 100% there with school.
Normal que no.
Honestly, seems like a waste of money. Anyway, see you.
Oye, si tienes a la abuela pachucha, ¿cómo vas a tener ahí el 100%? Vale, nos han dado creo que otra... ¿Cómo llego, tío? Aquí. Nos han dado otra visión, ¿puede ser? Dos más. Venga, vamos a verlas. Es lo que hay, ¿eh? Un poco de documentales, chavales. De eso va un poco el juego, ¿eh?
Brine pools are amazing habitat. It's a lake on the bottom of the ocean.
Lagos de salmueras, ¿eh?
And it's this surreal seascape. Chemically, each one of them is unique.
Dios.
These brines undoubtedly contain bacteria, archaea, and
Y virus
viruses that are
desconocidos para
unknown
la
to
ciencia.
science. We know that they're incredibly rich in undescribed life forms. They have the perfect cocktail, the perfect recipe for life. These sites aren't just salty, they can be violent, characterized by eruptions and incredibly unstable conditions. So to live in them, you have to not only be hardy, but you have to be able to endure constantly changing conditions because not one day is the same.
Flipa. ¿Y eso dónde está? Porque no
The
lo
organisms
explica.
that live there, they undergo a constant biological warfare with each other to dominate the environment, to survive in the system. The biochemicals that they produce to do that biological warfare are applicable to curing diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's. They produce antibiotics and antivirals that can also be used to improve human health.
And we drop targets as we go, so we know exactly where we sample.
Exploring these habitats is absolutely necessary because the metabolic potential there has the capacity to change the way we think about medicine, to change the way we think about antibiotics, based on our knowledge that we gain from studying these incredible environments in the deep sea.
Sí, pero no sé si interesa yo eso, que sepan tanto. Pero flipa, la de cosas. Yo aquí acabo de flipar los lagos extraterrestres de salmuela. O sea, no tengo ni puta idea de dónde está. Y tal como acabe este capítulo lo voy a buscar. Dedos de robot. ¿Qué es el bicho este? What?
Imagine if I was sent in to go study the Mona Lisa and I come in with a pair of snippers and I'm like, I'm going to need to cut this baby up a little bit to see what kind of chemical composition is going on there. Like, you wouldn't do that, right?
¿Qué es eso?
We don't have to kill these animals. We don't have to kill to understand. If we could do a single cell, that means we don't need to kill 20,000 animals to be able to really understand that one. We could do our work much more non-invasively.
So we are working this year on a new project to deploy tags on orcas. We need to learn more about the diet and how they use the habitat. So by deploying those tags, we get the information we need. It is the least invasive method. It is suction cups. So it is not a scratch on the whale afterwards, which is something we really like.
In the deep sea, we use these like robotic claws from the oil and gas industry that gets you the sample, but this is so archaic. So we've been designing something called squishy robot fingers, which are ways to be gentle when we study the deep sea. But I think we could even take this another level. There's some organism, we quickly encase it. It's like a medical checkup. We give it a swab to get its genome. We image it from all directions. We open it up, that animal goes away, and we have more information than we've ever had before. These animals are Mona Lisas. Our perception of them should change. We should be more delicate.
Wow. Realmente qué chulas las garras esas, Y flipa la tecnología que tiene que haber para meterlo ahí hasta el fondo marino, que a saber cuántos kilómetros tiene, cerrarlo así. Las cámaras que tiene que tener, o sea, increíble, tío. ¿Cuántos nos quedan de esto? Ah, no nos quedan muchos, No nos quedan muchos. Pues nada, yo creo que este capítulo va a ser un poquito más corto, pero es que no quiero hacer una inmersión, ¿vale? Cuando ya casi lo tendríamos todo visto aquí. Y se nos va a ir el capítulo entonces súper largo. Hemos visto cómo un cachalote se come un calamar. Hemos descubierto las... No me acuerdo ya del nombre. ¿Cómo se llama la mierda esa? Los lagos extraterrestres de salmuela. He flipado. Yo con esto he flipado. Y nada, espero que os haya gustado. Muchas gracias y hasta luego. Chao, chao.